The acute fuel scarcity in Yemen due to a 6-year-long war with still no end in sight has forced citizens to resort to woodlogging for a living. The trend has led to severe deforestation in the already war-ravaged Yemen. More on this report.
More than 6 years of war in Yemen has killed tens of thousands of people and left 80% of Yemen's population reliant on aid. The fuel shortages due to a coalition blockade on rebel-held areas forced businesses and families to swap diesel and gas for firewood. Yemeni lumberjack Ali Al-Imadi is one such Yemeni who had to turn to logging in his northern Mahwet region to eke out a living for his family. Al-Imadi spends hours chopping down an acacia tree with an axe as his 12-year-old nephew helps out splitting logs. An economic collapse has wiped out the farming and building work he used to travel around the country for.
In the past, you used to go anywhere like Marib, Sada or Sana and you'd be able to make a living to feed yourself and your family. But now there is nothing. Now if you work for one day, it won't last for 5 or 4 days of food. So I decided to stay with my family. If I get something, we eat. At least we live or die together instead of being apart for nothing.
But with the demand for firewood soaring due to fuel shortages, there are now concerns that the country's humanitarian crisis, with millions facing starvation, has compounded the risk of deforestation. This threatens both the environment of Yemen and any hope of a long-term livelihood for men like Imadi.
It's a huge number, but in 1 year, 886,000 trees are felled in Sana, which represent 10% of the country's population or the area. So if we multiply this by 10, the number becomes staggeringly high. Another study says that almost 17.5 tons of wood are burnt by bakeries.
Officials say some 5 million trees have been cut down over the past 3 years across the north in Yemen.